So the idea struck us that we've heard a lot of myths about no chill, or a lot of things we I don't know, some people say they're true, some people say they're myths. And we said, hey, let's put them to the test. So our evil plan was to brew a malty beer, a Scottish export, and a hoppy beer, a pale ale, American pale ale, and split the batch. One of us chills half of it, the other one no chills the other half, and then we submit them to a competition, see how they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did.
So what myths have you heard about no chill?
Let's see here. So what myths? Well, the big one is that your beer's going to get infected.
Oh yeah. That was my number one too.
You have to chill it immediately, otherwise you know the bugs are going to get in there and going to ruin the batch.
Yeah.
So
really, I didn't think this through before I started because I can only think of one other myth is that it gets too bitter and there's no hop flavor and aroma.
Yeah, which makes sense, So that's what I'd heard a lot too.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know, is that hops do their hop thing.
Yeah, isomerize.
They provide bitterness to the beer, to the wort, above a certain temperature, and I think it's like 175-ish.
Okay,
is what I've always kind of had in my head. And so
I was gonna say, and when they're isomerizing, you're losing the flavor and aroma.
Right. Yeah. So they're I can't remember. So. But
Lupulins? Is that what you're thinking about?
No, I was going to be a little bit less.
Lycanthrope? No. So there's oils and compounds in them, and they're breaking them down, down while it isomerizes.
Yeah, the oils are being soluble.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that's the word I was looking for. So until it gets down below that magic number, it's getting more and more bitter. So
the short version, you take an IPA and you throw it in a no-chill container while it's hot, it's just going to eat up all that aroma and flavor, and you're just going to have crazy amounts of bitterness.
That's the traditional thinking.
So that's what we figured we'd put to the test, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So if don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. If you see something good, make sure you leave a comment. If you've heard any of any myths about no-chill or problems you might run into, or have comments, go ahead and leave in the comment section.
Yeah.
So here we go.
On to the tests.
Yeah. So we'll give you a couple of close-up pictures here, but it's pretty easy to tell which one's the odd one out. One of the samples is definitely a lot darker than the other one.
Yeah. Noticeably, I wouldn't say a lot. Noticeably darker. Yeah. It is noticeably darker.
Yeah.
So. But we don't know which one's which.
Exactly. What's funny is I can't remember which version I have. And unless I look at my notes, I'm not going to be able to tell you which version.
Which version?
If I had the chilled or unchilled version.
Oh. For this one,
well, I'm pretty sure I know. Well,
yeah,
I don't know about that.
I think we'll figure it out.
I got a good guess.
Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay. I know which one's which.
Oh, do you? You remember the color of yours?
No, not so much. But like you mentioned before, the temperature.
Yeah.
So that and they taste significantly different.
Oh yeah, I said that. It'd be. We didn't think about it. Next time we'll have to keep this in mind. Is I brought my beer from home. Jesse had his in the fridge, so one of them is going to be warmer than the other.
Yeah. So, but even so, I think even without that, I'd have been able to have a pretty good guess just because they're significant enough difference. So, anyway, what do you think?
Okay, so I think number 2 is my beer, and it's the no-chill version. And I say that because it doesn't have the hop flavor of the chilled version.
Yep, concur. Yep. So yours was I'm trying to remember if yours was the no-chill version. I think it... Yeah, I seem to think it was.
Off the top of my head, I can tell you in just a second.
Okay.
Stand by. Well, so strangely enough, I had, like I said, I forgot if I had the chilled or the no chilled version, and I actually had the chilled version.
Yeah.
So the beer with the least amount of hop, aroma, and flavor. To me, anyway. What do you think?
So actually, this seems to jive with me because, in my mind, the no chill is going to be more bitter, right? You're going to have the longer bittering time for the hops because they're at isomerization temperature longer. So, and mine is more bitter. It's almost too bitter for what I was shooting for. Yours is kind of what I was shooting for, but yours is a lot sweeter.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not. I don't think it's bitter enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I don't understand why they're different colors.
That's interesting.
I mean, it's a significant difference.
It's enough. It's noticeable. It shouldn't be that noticeable. Although the aroma, yeah.
Are you getting it from yours or mine?
Yours is more malty.
Yeah, it's all caramel. Malt. Yeah, caramel.
Which is funny.
And I get that in the flavor too.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I mean, so let's say that I like them both. Actually, I like yours more than mine because I think mine's a little bit too puckering.
So yours has a little bit of a hop-derived astringency to it, like a harshness that I associate with West Coast pale ales. Yeah. Or with standard pale ales. Yeah, sure. No, that's fair. So I think I prefer yours as a pale ale. Although I do like the sweeter version of mine, but it's completely opposite of what I expected.
Yeah. That's strange. So, well, that's interesting though. So, I have less hesitancy to no chill beers now.
Yeah, no chill hoppy beer. We'll have to repeat that with an IPA or something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, do you recall what your score was?
I do. I have it right here, as a matter of fact.
And your feedback, as a matter of fact.
Yep. So, all right. So overall score, and just start there, kind of go straight to my overall score is a 34.
Okay. And mine was a 31.
Okay.
And where were you on the flight?
I was number 3.
Okay, so he came right before me. I was number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just to summarize a bit, the first judge, I'm not going to name names, obviously. There's no point in that. He's the malt is a good base. Hop aroma and flavor are a bit subdued. So he actually thought mine was a little underhopped. Mm-hmm. Seems a bit aged. Serve as young as you can. So, which jives with the next judge. He provided a little bit more feedback. Nice classic hop presence and flavor. Has significant oxidation, which I can't argue with that because I didn't do a close transfer in this one. I was lazy and I just transferred it, using the standard method. So I was like, yeah, okay. Hops going to sweet caramel and grass, malt indistinct, aroma faded. Yeah, so that was it.
So he doesn't think yours did well enough.
Yeah. No.
Okay. And I wouldn't mind trying this again with another pale ale with some late edition hops. Because did this have no dry hopping, right?
I didn't dry hop.
It was no dry hop. It had 0 minute, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons that I think we chose this recipe is because there wasn't dry hopping and all that. I was trying to keep it as simple as possible. Yeah. And I've made this beer before, and it was about the same. It wasn't quite as... So what was your
and I just summarized mine. The hop level was low, short, and medium. The head was small with quick retention. One of the judges says the hop flavor was all over the place, maybe from too many varieties of hops, which we only used Cascade in the final. And by the way, we'll put if the recipe's not on the website, we'll put it up and then put a link in the show notes if you want to see it. So, and he thought the grain bill was muddled too. And the grain bill's pretty much a classic pale ale. I think it's got a little caramel than 2-row.
I can see where they might say that because I think it's balanced.
Yeah.
So, they might be like, oh, it's not malty or hoppy enough, whatever.
And then the second judge said little to no hop aroma, low hop bitterness and flavor. They described them both described it as close to amber with caramel dominating. I mean, I don't disagree with them.
Yeah.
No hop stands out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not getting, oh, hey, grapefruit and pine.
No.
You know, it's just like a generic.
Yeah.
Although I get orange a lot off of the aroma.
Yeah.
Maybe not tonight, but I think that's yours.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's number 2 is yours. Although it's because it's one's low. Yeah. I can see where you'd say that.
Yeah. So that's strange. So like I said, it's completely the opposite of what I expected.
Yeah.
I mean, traditionally, from no chill, you'd expect the chilled version to have more hop flavor, more hop aroma, not as bitter. And then the no chill version. Did I say no chill the first time?
Yeah. I think you said chilled version. So the chilled version.
Yeah, and then the no chill version, you'd expect to be more bitter, no hop aroma, no flavor.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I think we should repeat it.
Yeah, I agree. So the only difference between them is fermentation. So did you take any notes on the fermentation?
It fermented like 67. I think we finished at the same gravity or within 2 points.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, mine fermented low. So
maybe Let me look at what mine did.
So I think it was like at 64, 65. I mean, I didn't think to make a note of that before we started, but I know that it was on the low side, but it was well within. I mean, it wasn't like lagering, lager temps.
Mine was 1008.
Oh, is that what you were finished at? Okay.
Yeah.
That's about what mine was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure that they finished out right about the same.
I think so.
So yeah, I don't know, and I mean mine is definitely sweeter.
Yeah.
More caramel. So.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, we did hoppy beer. So the next beer we're going to do is the Scottish Export. So that's up next.
Yep. So Scottish Export time, and this one we did the pale ale. I think we're going to keep that one in the front. So this one's going to be a lot harder to tell, at least by looking at it, because they're these
look the same.
Look the same.
Maybe this one has more head on it.
Yeah, and that's what was. I think this one, yeah.
So I won't look and see which one you have that has more head, but
clarity is about the same too.
And they're both very clear.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They'll smell very similar.
So I think I have my pick for who is the outlier.
As do I.
Do you want to reveal?
I think it's number 1.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Number 1 was Mike's Scottish. 2 and 3 were Jesse's Scottish Export.
Okay. Excellent.
Interesting. Because, well, you.
Well, please go ahead.
No, drop a knowledge bomb on us. What do you say?
Well, so to me, I think mine is maltier, but all of the aromas are very much the same. Yep. Yours has a drier finish. Maybe even and a little bitter. Yours is more bitter. I mean, not so much that the bitterness stands out; it just balances out the sweetness more.
So I thought as I was tasting them, I thought mine had a little bit more of a chocolate coffee finish on the finish. It was like a little bit more pronounced, and yours was just kind of. It wasn't as dry, but I didn't really get as much sweetness at the end.
See, I think I'm even getting on yours. I think I even get a little bit of hot bitterness at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but very, very close.
So, they are very close, which is to be expected. So I think mine, again, shocker. You did the no chill on this one, as I recall.
Mine was the no chill.
Yeah, yours was the no chill.
Yeah.
And I did the traditional chilling.
Yeah, so which is how you would expect it, is the got more bitterness, more hop, flavor, but hop character.
I'd expect the no chill to have more bitterness and less hop aroma.
Oh wait,
and
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I had the chilled.
So
version.
this
is the opposite as well. Yeah.
It's very strange. That's very interesting.
I don't know where my brain's at tonight.
I don't know.
I think it's because they both have chill in the word.
Get it together, Mike. Come on.
But yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, so yours has more hop bitterness and character to it.
Yeah,
and it was the chilled version.
It's just the chilled version. Yeah,
That would explain the flavor. Maybe
the flavor at the end, the bitterness at the end.
Yeah,
maybe.
Either way, very close though.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, I don't know, we're going to talk about the scores?
Sure.
You go first.
So I think, so interestingly enough, mine took first place of the flight. And it didn't go, it went to best of show, but it didn't win best of show.
But you got gold for the flight.
Yeah. So, and it received a 40.
Really? Interesting.
Well, you got
Wow.
That's not yours.
No, that's not.
Okay.
That's not it.
Whew, it had 41 on it, and it was the pale ale, though. He still had the same score
now
sheet
keeping
open.
in mind, I got a 28.
Yeah.
So, I'm confused by this.
And again, you were one in front of me. You were number 3 in the flight. I was number 4.
So, I don't see, 12 points difference?
Yeah.
I don't see a 12-point difference in these two beers. Maybe slightly different. I could see where they... Because I did get gigged on what they called the astringency at the finish. I'm like, okay, there is a little bit of...
But let me see.
Bite.
We're not going to name a name. So
No.
who's your first judge? Okay, that's neither mine. I got him. He's my second.
And then that's...
Okay, so we got the same judges.
Yeah.
So I got 10 for aroma, and you got 8. 2 for appearance, you got 2. Flavor, I got 14.
I got 8. And
they said chalky notes?
Yeah, and all I got was light with chalky notes.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that's... I don't know why yours scored so much lower than mine.
And it's... I mean, you can't help but be a little annoyed by that. But, that's why you submit them to these... I bet if we submitted these same beers to the next comp, we'd probably get wildly different scores.
Well, so, pro tip. This beer is our Shoto Scottish Export Ale that our friend Don Douglas came on the show and gave us the recipe.
Yep.
I had to cut myself off from it so that I didn't drink it all before. And every night we're like, oh man, the Scottish beer is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. So do yourself a favor, brew the Scottish beer. I know anytime you want to repeat this experiment for a comp, I'm more than glad to do it.
No kidding. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to take credit for this beer, but I think everything goes to Don.
Yeah.
So, but...
Well, we brewed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, that's
it's not infected. Right? It fermented out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did something right. I mean, maybe we didn't come up with the recipe, but...
No, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, we didn't... So what you're saying is we didn't screw it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, that's a really nice beer.
I was shocked at how good that was.
Yeah. So, and then you also submitted a no-chill, the American Lager.
Yep.
Which is American Dad.
Pressure fermented.
Yeah, pressure fermented American Light Lager?
Just American
just lager. Okay.
Just as a 1B category.
And how'd that do?
That did a lot better than I thought it was going to. I got a 41 on that one. And the score sheet said HM, but I didn't see an honorable mention anywhere, but it went to like the mini best of show, so that's... I'll take it.
Yeah.
That did a lot better than I thought it was going to do.
Yeah, and then did you submit another one or just the 3?
Just this 3.
Okay,
yeah.
And then I submitted my Leicht beer. It's actually Rev 2 of the Leicht beer. It has a little more hoppiness to it, and that one got 39.
Yep, which is respectable.
Yeah, I think for it, I'm going to try to increase the hops a little bit more.
Yeah,
and try to work on getting better clarity.
Yeah.
I bought gelatin, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, that'll help a lot. I've never used gelatin, so that might be something.
But then I ate it all, so...
Oh, you
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gelatin finding, so
well, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So, you can make
I want to see it wiggle in the keg.
gummy treats.
Yeah.
I think I put too much in.
It tastes like fruity Ranger, Jolly Rancher.
Are you supposed to use lime or lemon? I actually thought about doing that just to see how that works, but that's yeah.
So what do you think? Do we have a definitive answer about no chill?
No.
No.
But signs point towards no chill. At least with these two, no chill kind of won out both times, right?
Yeah. I mean, for hops anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, maybe not what we wanted in the Scottish beer, but definitely what we want in the pale ale.
yeah. So well, because you did no chill in the Scottish beer. Yeah, you did no chill.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay, no, so that's right.
And I did no chill in the.
And you
pale
did,
ale.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's.
I keep mixing them up. We're gonna have to get a cheat sheet in here.
I think so. Yeah.
So-
I'll have to double check, make sure that I'm gonna be talking on my.
Yeah.
hat.
Is there a gas leak?
So, but yeah, no, it's surprising results.
Yeah. I mean, I know in my experience, I've been super happy with the no chill beers I've done.
Yeah,
So I mean, I'm not looking at going back on them. Although generally I stick to malty beers,
that's what I was going to say.
except for the light beer, and the light beer comes out pretty good.
Yeah, those aren't overly hopped. I mean, they're just they're light on the malt.
Yeah.
So the grain bill is pretty light. So I mean, you don't have to add a whole lot of hops to get it kind of pronounced. So I don't know. Yeah, but I was surprised by the pale ale.
Yeah. No, me too. Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's the only thing I got to say. I think this requires some more testing. Though.
I agree. Yeah. So next comp that comes up that we know about, we'll have to do up some beers and submit them.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
So, we got anything else?
I don't think so.
Well, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you want some cool t-shirts, you can't actually have these because we made these ourselves. But, we have a link for some t-shirts in the show notes. If you found this entertaining or helpful, maybe buy us a coffee. We'll spend it on beer, we promise. Other than that, yeah. Ideas, suggestions, let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Okay. Well, till next time. Cheers. Dink.
Thanks for watching our video. Check out our website at coloradobrewtalk.com for more great content.
While you're there, be sure to leave us a comment or drop us a line with your thoughts.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at CO Brew Talk, or follow the links below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future content.
Or episodes, as the case may be.